At my dad's birthday lunch, my sister looked at my son and sneered, "He doesn't need a slice." I quietly walked out, refusing to let her treat my child that way. What happened next completely turned their perfect little world upside down. There are moments in life when a switch flips, a line is crossed, and everything you thought you knew about your family shatters. For me, that moment hit like a gut punch when my own sister looked my 6-year-old son in the eye at my dad's birthday party and told him he couldn't have cake because he was chunky and didn't need the sugar. That was it. That was the day I realized I was done being the family's doormat. Done. What happened next wasn't easy, but honestly, it led to the most satisfying, painful, and ultimately freeing year of my life. I'm Jake, 34, married to my amazing wife, Sophie, 32, and we have one incredible kid, our son Liam, who's 6. Then there's my sister, Victoria. She's 29, and for as long as I can remember, she's been the golden child, the one who never heard the word no. She never had to work for anything, never faced a real consequence, never learned that actions have reactions. And if you're going to understand how that cake comment could break me, you need to understand the twisted dynamic I grew up with. This wasn't some occasional parental favoritism, this was systematic, calculated, and it shaped every single part of our lives, right into adulthood. Growing up, the pattern was painfully clear. Victoria got everything. I got expectations. When she was 7 and wanted to be a ballerina, my parents enrolled her in the most expensive dance academy you could imagine. Private lessons, custom costumes, competitions in other cities. They'd drive 3 hours just for her to perform. When I was 9 and wanted to play Little League, my dad handed me $20 and told me to sign myself up. "It'll teach you independence," he said. I biked to the community center, filled out the forms, and showed up to practice in a uniform 2 sizes too big because that's all they had in the donation bin. Victoria got piano lessons from a concert pianist who charged an astronomical amount an hour. I taught myself guitar from YouTube videos on a beat-up acoustic I bought at a yard sale with money from my paper route. She went to fancy art camps every summer, the kind where they stay in cabins and professional artists teach classes. $3,000 a session, easily. My summers. I spent them mowing lawns, saving up for school supplies and clothes that actually fit. The justification was always the same: girls need more support, or Victoria is more sensitive. My personal favorite was, boys need to learn responsibility early. What they really meant, what always echoed in my head, was that Victoria mattered more, and I needed to figure things out on my own. High school only cranked up the volume on the favoritism. Victoria got a brand new white convertible Volkswagen Beetle for her 16th birthday, custom interior and all. My parents threw a huge party, invited all her friends, made a massive production out of the surprise. 3 months later, I turned 16. I got a card with $50 in it and permission to borrow the family minivan if I paid for my own gas. I started working at the hardware store after school just so I could afford to drive at all. When Victoria wanted to go to prom, my parents footed the bill for everything. Designer dress, professional hair and makeup, a rented limo, an after-party hotel room, the works. My mom took the day off work to help her get ready, snapping hundreds of photos. My prom. I saved up for a rental tux, borrowed a friend's car, full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.